Good morning, everybody. Stephanie Haney here. I'm here with your weekday morning update related to COVID-19 coronavirus here in the state of Ohio. As you know, the new numbers come out from the Ohio Department of Health every day at 2 p.m., so we start off each morning with letting you know where the numbers stand from yesterday as we bring you the latest information related to COVID-19 coronavirus and also what things are looking like nationally. As of yesterday at 2 p.m. here in Ohio, we had 2,547 confirmed cases of COVID-19 coronavirus. That includes 679 people hospitalized and 222 of those people in the intensive care unit. We now have a total of 69 deaths related to COVID-19 coronavirus here in the state of Ohio. That age range runs from less than 1 year old to 99 years old for people who have been confirmed positive for the COVID-19 coronavirus here in Ohio, with the median person testing positive being 53, and the demographics between male and female and positive tests being split pretty evenly with 49% male and 51% female at this time. We have some good news this morning. University Hospitals is launching a new COVID-19 drug trial. They're hoping that the drug, when applied to the back of the throat, will help to stop the spread of airborne transmission of the virus. It's also being tested to see if it can reduce symptoms for people who have already tested positive. That trial is expected to begin within 2 weeks, so we'll be watching that very closely and, of course, bringing you updates as we have the updates on that trial. Taking a look at the financial impact of COVID-19 coronavirus, unemployment numbers are very high. This is something that we did expect. It has actually doubled the number of people who have applied in the last week. In the last week, 6.6 million Americans have applied for unemployment benefits. The week prior to that, 3.3 million people applied. Here in Ohio specifically, 428,000 people have filed for unemployment within the last 2 weeks. Now, excuse me. As a reminder, if you need to apply for unemployment benefits, you can do that at unemployment.ohio.gov. And also keep in mind, with the passing of the CARES Act, that $2.2 trillion economic stimulus bill signed by President Donald Trump, with the passing of that, people who were not previously eligible for unemployment are now eligible. So this includes people who own their own businesses, gig economy workers, independent contractors, and so forth. So if you think you might be eligible for unemployment, now is the time to apply. Unemployment.ohio.gov. Ohio Jobs and Family Services Department has increased the capacity on the website. So be patient, but do get your application in, and remember that your benefits are retroactive to the day of which you became eligible. So get that application in as soon as you possibly can. Regarding the stimulus checks, there was a little bit of confusion about Social Security recipients and how they might need to go about making sure they get that stimulus check. It turns out Social Security recipients will not have to file a tax return in order to get their stimulus checks. Previously, the IRS said that they would have to file a simple tax return in order to get that benefit, but that is not true. Payments will be automatically deposited into the bank account of people who receive Social Security benefits. That's according to Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. So some good news there for Social Security recipients. You won't have to mess with filing a tax return when you otherwise wouldn't have to. On the national level, President Donald Trump is resisting a national shutdown at this point. He said he'd like to leave it up to the states to give them flexibility, and that he's considering putting restrictions on air and rail travel to hotspots around the country. Now, keep in mind, constitutionally speaking, it is up to the states. President Donald Trump doesn't have the constitutional authority to impose a national shutdown. It is up to the states there. But he did say that he is considering putting restrictions on air and rail travel around the country, which through the Department of Transportation could be possible. Yesterday, we brought you the story that Hobby Lobby had actually reopened, but there is a reversal to that stance today. They will now close all Ohio stores. This is after Attorney General Dave Yost sent a cease and desist letter to the company. So in a Twitter message on Wednesday, he confirmed that he sent a cease and desist letter demanding that locations close their doors. When he did that, Hobby Lobby was given 24 hours to respond, and they responded quickly. Just before 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, Yost announced that he had spoke with Hobby Lobby's general counsel and that all stores in the nation, well, in the state, would shut down yesterday. So that happened. Hobby Lobby has over 900 stores nationwide and several in the Cleveland area, including Fairlawn, Medina, and Stowe. Now, their competitor, Joann Fabrics, is still open and has remained open even since the order to stay at home and the closure of non-essential businesses went into effect. Joann Fabrics is based in Hudson and has 850 stores in 49 states, and they sell, of course, craft making and home decorating products, major competitor of Hobby Lobby. The difference here, though, is that Joann Fabrics has sort of shifted into a production mode and are sort of spearheading the production of homemade safety equipment, partnering with hospitals and volunteers to make masks and other protective gear that, of course, we all know is in very short supply here in the U.S. right now. So that may be the difference there. To end this on a positive note, 82,000 people have signed up to volunteer in New York City to help with the impact of the COVID-19 coronavirus, where the country has been the hardest hit. They have signed up to join the state's medical reserve team. So this includes people who have retired from the medical field, healthcare professionals who are able to take a break from their normal job, and also people in between jobs that might be able to do some of those medical care tasks that aren't necessarily so highly skilled. So 82,000 people stepping up in New York City to help contain COVID-19 coronavirus and help stop it. Not only, this impacts us here in Ohio as well, because if the virus gets contained somewhere else, that stops it from potentially spreading. We're all very connected and potentially making it here in a greater capacity to the state of Ohio. So thank you to those 82,000 volunteers. We're sure that number will continue to climb. And to everyone that's working round the clock, our essential businesses, all of our frontline people who are working, our grocery store cashiers, the people who are delivering the mail, delivering us packages, everyone that's doing grocery delivery, all of our medical care workers, everyone working so hard to make sure that we all stay connected and all take care of what needs done here in Ohio. All right, that is our morning update for you related to COVID-19 coronavirus here in Ohio. We will be back at 2 p.m. once the Ohio Department of Health releases the new numbers here in the state of Ohio, and we'll see you then.